Okay, so in the last stream, we went ahead and tested it, and everything seems fine. Everything looks right, sort of. I mean, I say sort of. It doesn't look like my game necessarily, but this is a good web version of it. I could play this. It would just take me a little bit longer to get my head wrapped around, but all the core things are going to be there. So hopefully later on, when we start messing with this game, that during the polish phase, we can start making it look a little bit more like we're used to, maybe, or maybe I'm just accustomed to the old. I don't know. Anyway, let's see. Coder did it. Great. We'll get a new coder. Milestone 4. So we need to go here. Let's go ahead. We're at a really good place. So let's just, like, if we started a new Gemini chat, we don't want fast. We want pro. We want to upload our current version of the game. We want to upload the rules to give it context. We want to make sure canvas is on. We also want to upload the action plan, which is action plan. And then we'll let it know that we're on milestone 4. If you look at our HTML file, you can see our plan is to convert this PDF version of my game into a web playable game. Period. I've got an action plan here. We're about to start milestone 4. We'll need you to make an action plan to do so. We have another coder that will code, so strictly do not write any code. Only make small snippets of code for the coder. Give it a detailed action plan on how we're going to implement milestone 4. But I repeat, do not write any code as far as like trying to rewrite the whole file. Okay, so we gave it a prompt. Go back to the coder. The coder is going to need the original file. Open canvas. That's all we're going to give it. And the instructions. Let's make sure it is, no, not fast. We want to go pro. I hate that it's defaulting to fast. Let's go and put a hitch in our get along. Okay, it's writing an action plan. I'm going to ask it to put it in Canvas. Please put this action plan in Canvas so I can copy it and paste it for the coder. The coder is an AI. I like to let it know who it's talking to or who it's going to write a plan for, because it can address it differently by giving it like more technical or less technical. If it knows it's talking to another AI, it knows if it's an AI coder, it has an idea of, oh, okay, they know everything I'm talking about, so I can just talk jargon. Please add instructions and a mandate for the coder not to deviate from your action plan, and also not to introduce anything outside of it. All they are to do is to introduce the changes into the current file. We're trying to put all these little checks and balances. That doesn't mean it's going to listen, but we're just trying to up the probability that we're going to get good results. That's all this is, just a probability game. All right, it wrote us an action plan. You know, one thing I've never done, and that would be and let's try it. I've never done this, and it just occurred to me, why don't I ask an AI to evaluate the action plan? So we're going to upload current file. We'll upload this is probably going way too far, but if it holds results, then this might be something I do all the time now. And the rules. Rules are going to take a moment. Let's go ahead and prompt it. I had another AI make an action plan to implement milestone 4 in our current action plan. I'm going to give you his action plan to tell a coder. Basically, we are taking the original we're taking the original PDF and converting it into an HTML file so that we can play our game online. We've come up with an original action plan for the whole project. We are now on milestone 4 of the set action plan. Here is the instructions for a AI coder to execute the action plan to finish or to do milestone 4. Will you take a look at these instructions for the coder and evaluate them based on what we're trying to do? Okay, so we're going to have another set of eyes on those instructions. This is something I would never do in real life. Like, let's say we're in an office, and my job is to be an art director, and I need to tell an artist what to do. So let's say I give them an action plan, or I give them a work order. Here, I need you to do this. I wouldn't have it reviewed, but I'm like, hey, why not? Let's review the action plan, because sometimes maybe we're giving the not comprehensive enough instructions. This is not going to be a long video. This is going to be hopefully a pretty short video. I don't expect them to one-shot it and everything be perfect. We're going to open Canvas. Canvas is open. So please fix the action plan and put it into Canvas so we can copy and paste it. Make sure to keep the mandate for the AI coder to not deviate from this action plan, especially now that we refine the action plan. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at just to get a broad idea of what we've changed or fixed or whatever. I like that it said that it's strong.
His is a very strong action plan. It is significantly better than the previous one because it correctly identifies the complexity of the administrative phases, 5 to 9, and uses a strict mandate to prevent the coder from rewriting your working core engine. However, I have identified one critical data structure gap that will cause the code to fail if not addressed. The critical issue, red token identity. In your current mil3.html, the player data looks like this, red tokens, 0, it is just a number/count. The problem. Phase 5, modify map, requires the player to place a specific token type, example I place a water token. Phase 7, reward majority, awards a specific token type, example I want a grass token. If the coder follows this plan exactly, they will try to add a token to the pool, but the current code only supports a number. The coder might get confused or write code that crashes when it tries to push grass into a number variable. Recommendation. You should add one specific instruction to section 1 or section 0 of the action plan to explicitly tell the coder to refactor the player state. Revised instructions, copy and paste this to your coder. Here is the amended section you should give to the coder. It includes the original plan plus the necessary data structure fix, highlighted in bold. Master Action Plan, Conflict of Plans, Milestone 4, revised. 0 mandate for coder, strict. Critical, you are strictly mandated to follow this action plan exactly. Do not rewrite the entire file. Only add the new phases. Do not change hex utils, hex renderer, unless adding the specific phase 5 overlay, or the existing phase 1 to 4 logic.
Awesome. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to copy this. We're going to put it in here. Tell this AI what we did. Because we're going to use this AI to verify it. So it needs to know the scope of the plan. I combed over your previous action plan, gave it to another AI to take another look at it to make sure that the plan was comprehensive enough. It found one problem. I went ahead and had it write a new action plan. Here is the updated action plan. Writing the code. Like anybody that's not really paying attention to exactly what we're doing per instance of prompting is like, oh, the trick is just continuously open. Uh-oh. It's not supposed to code. It didn't listen to my prompt. I don't think you listened to my prompt. I didn't ask you to code. I asked you to look at the action plan, the new version. Your job is never to code. You can make snippets, but you can never write all the code. That is the job of the coder. You're stepping outside of your duties. Where are we at? 900 or so. Well, at least it apologized. I'm joking.
I sincerely apologize. You are absolutely right, I overstepped my role by attempting to execute the code myself. I should have strictly adhered to your instruction to act as the architect and only provide the plan and snippets for the coder. I have reviewed the revised action plan you provided, specifically noting the critical data structure refactor for red tokens, changing it from a number count to an array of strings. Here is the revised master action plan, formatted cleanly in a markdown file for you to hand off to your AI coder.
Please make me instructions for the verifier to look at the two different files and to make sure that this action plan was adhered to from the coder. The verifier is going to take an original. They're going to compare it to the modified version and look at your instructions and let you know that, or let us know whether it passes or not, or if extra changes were made or certain changes were not, or if the code was truncated in some way. I should have told it, we've got an error. That's not good. This AI that gave us those instructions, we're going to upload the original file. Let it know it's going to verify in a moment. Here's the original file. Only reference this file, and the next file that I'll provide will be a modified version of this file. Once I give you the modified version, let me know that you've received it. In a moment, I'll have you compare them, but you'll wait for a prompt that I'll give you that'll give you the instructions on what specifically to look for in comparing the two files, and let me know if the file was changed in the appropriate way and no extra changes were made. what the hell's going on. That doesn't look right. It looks like the verification was a little bit jumbled. Can you give me another verification audit again for milestone 4? There we go. Hopefully, yeah, it fixed it. Cool. No, that's the verifier. All right. Okay, I don't think you listened to my instructions. Let's try this again. I'm going to give you the original file. Oh, no, wait a minute. This is the earlier. My bad. I was starting to get angry. I thought that it wrote this now. It did not. This is the instruction, the better instruction, the revised. He's standing by waiting for the modified version. So are we. Hopefully we don't error out, but it's possible. I'm seeing this under the number 1, and it's scaring me. It doesn't look like this is correct. Let me know if this is what's supposed to be there. Otherwise, I need to refresh or something. Okay, verifier waiting. I don't like, this is looking funky. I don't think this is what it's supposed to look like. Corrupt and jarbled. Okay, so there's either one or two things that could have happened here. Either the server side screwed it up when it's sending it to me, or it screwed it up. So to check it out, what we're going to do is refresh. We can put F5. I'm just going to refresh it old school. I don't have it here. Unfortunately, on my end, I cannot see your verification instructions. Please retype all of that out or reprint all of that out and put it in the canvas area. And just to be safe, go ahead and double down and put it in the prompt area as well in case I can't see it in the canvas area. Game is done. We're going to copy the contents. We're going to take it to our verifier. Before we do that, here's the modified version. Please wait for further instructions before you verify. We'll give it the modified version. It didn't give it to us. It could be server side. So like I said, we'll reset or we'll, okay. So 2 problems. 1, I don't see it in canvas. And 2, you didn't put it in the prompt area because it did fail to be put in the canvas areas. I'm going to close canvas. Go ahead and start all over, write our verification instructions, place it in canvas, and go ahead and place it in the prompt area too. So I have basically a redundant version of it. He's waiting for instructions. So we need these instructions so we can get this damn thing verified. What the hell? Give it the information. There's our verification. Let's see what happened with the file if we had a total pass, which would be cool. And then we'll test it and we'll call it a day for today. Successfully implemented milestone 4. So that's good news. We're going to copy it. We're going to put it in our WebPad++, save it. Then we've already done 24 versions of this. Hold on one moment while I get it from my download folder and move it to my documents folder. And rename it Mill4. Now, go ahead and close this version. Oops. All right. Let's check it out. Two-player. Everything seems cool so far. Start. Blue is going to reveal a disc. It reveals water, so we can place 4 cubes here. We have 5 victory points. Boom. Reveal the second disc seedling. Let's go ahead and double down here. Reveal another disc seedling. Let's just put all 7 right there. Hell yeah. Green seedling. They'll go next door. Weed. They'll go to the polar region. Foot. They'll double down there. Let's go over here and see what milestone 4 was supposed to be.
Crystal Ball Milestone 4, Global Scoring and Maintenance, pending. Goal, automate complex area control and maintenance phases. Phase 5, modify map, place red token on valid corner. Phase 6, score minority, calculate points based on adjacent grass icons, x1, x2, x3. Phase 7, reward majority, determine majority ownership and award red tokens. Phase 8, balance auto cull cubes exceeding region number.
Okay, so let's see, where's the weed at? Weed is there. Let's look at the rules. This action allows a player to select a player cube on the map belonging to another player. This cube is removed from the game. The player taking this action then selects one of their own player cubes and moves it to an adjacent legal tile of the map. So we'll do, let's say if we want to get rid of one of these and put one of ours there. So let's go weed. We'll get rid of one of ours and then we'll place to an adjacent tile. Boom. Oh, so it has you select and then you move. All right. So then let's say the green player doesn't like that. So they want to do combat to get rid of this. So they're going to use grass, because grass is combat. Boom. Okay. Then it is blue's turn. Say blue wants some cheap points and more opportunities to score. The weed is there. We go there. All right. So what was I think move is kind of cool. So this is a scoring place. This is currently worth 2. I'll explain it later. We want to move. So to move, it was wind. Oh, cancel. Blue. Is it wind? Or is it water? Is it? Oh, we moved to an adjacent. So we'll go wind. Select ourselves. Going to move there. And then there. And move there. Cool. Green is going to fight them for majority there, but they can attack. So they're just going to go for it anyway. Or actually, this is a good spot to be at. So let's go ahead and also wind. Put one there. Blue goes. Draw from the stack, so they're going to draw. Here's the weed icon. They are majority here. That would be 2, 3 grasses. So select an empty corner. They select that one. Green gets grass, and they are going to go here. All right, reward majority. Phase 6, score majority green. Oh, so let's see. Let's resolve. Boom. Winner picks token. Winner picks a grass. We'll do that one. Winner picks a grass. Winner picks a weed. Winner picks a weed. Winner picks a grass. Winner picks a seed. Winner picks a grass. Okay. Flip, and then it went to the next turn. It screwed up this. It removed those tokens. They shouldn't have been removed. And it doesn't really understand the actions. But we're going to fix all of that. Anyway, so that was a pretty good session. After this,
Crystal Ball Milestone 5, UI/UX and polish, pending. Goal, finalize the interface and win conditions. Game over, trigger after round 6. Winning condition, points-red tokens-draw. Visual polish, animations for cube movement and token placement.
we're so close. But we're not quite there. So that's where we're at. Yeah, we'll go ahead and stop there. Well, we'll do tomorrow a stream or something where we fix this, or sometime during the week. We still have that other project where we're working on a game. We need to revisit that. But anyway, how do you turn this damn thing off? That's the end of the stream.